Have you ever wondered why it's so hard to let go of someone who keeps hurting you? Not someone who loves you. Not someone who treats you well. Someone who disappoints you, ignores you, makes promises they never keep. Yet somehow, you still hope. You still wait. You still believe that one day they'll become the person you need them to be. Why? Why do some people walk away quickly, while others stay for years? The answer may have less to do with love, and more to do with what love felt like long before this relationship ever began. 1. Love and hope often get confused. Most people think love is what keeps us attached, but sometimes it's hope. Hope that they'll change. Hope that they'll finally understand. Hope that the next conversation will fix everything. Hope can be incredibly powerful, especially when someone occasionally gives us just enough affection to keep believing. The problem is that hope can also keep us trapped. 2. The relationship wasn't always bad. Very few unhealthy relationships begin that way. In the beginning, there was usually something beautiful. Attention, affection, chemistry, connection. And that's exactly what makes leaving so difficult. Because you're not only attached to who the person is now, you're attached to who they once seemed to be, and who you still hope they might become. 3. Why small acts of kindness feel so powerful. Imagine being thirsty for hours. Suddenly, someone offers you a small glass of water. It feels amazing. When affection becomes inconsistent, something similar happens emotionally. A kind message, a rare compliment, a brief moment of warmth. These small moments start feeling bigger than they really are. Not because they're extraordinary, because they're rare. And rarity creates value. 4. Familiar pain can feel safer than healthy love. This may sound strange, but human beings are often drawn toward what's familiar, even when it's painful. If someone grew up around unpredictability, emotional distance, or inconsiste affection, those patterns can start feeling normal. Not enjoyable, not healthy, just familiar. And familiarity often feels safer than the unknown. 5. Why healthy relationships sometimes feel boring. Have you ever heard someone say, there was no spark? There wasn't enough excitement. It felt too easy. Sometimes what people call chemistry is actually uncertainty. The emotional highs and lows, the waiting, the wondering, the chasing. Healthy relationships often feel calmer, more stable, less dramatic. And for someone accustomed to chaos, that calmness can initially feel unfamiliar. 6. The dangerous question. People trapped in unhealthy relationships often ask themselves the same question. What can I do differently? How can I communicate better? Be more understanding? Try harder? Become more patient? But sometimes that's the wrong question. Because the issue isn't what you're doing. The issue is what the other person consistently chooses to do. And no amount of effort can change someone who doesn't want to change themselves. 7. Understanding isn't the same as excusing. Many empathetic people become experts at explaining bad behavior. Maybe they're stressed. Maybe they had a difficult childhood. Maybe they're afraid of intimacy. Maybe they're struggling. And sometimes those explanations are true. But understanding why someone hurts you doesn't make the hurt disappear. Compassion is important. But compassion should never require self-abandonment. 8. Watch actions, not promises. One of the hardest lessons in relationships is learning to trust patterns. Not potential, not promises, not attention, patterns. If someone repeatedly hurts you, apologizes, and repeats the same behavior, the pattern is the truth, not the apology, not the explanation. The pattern. People reveal themselves through consistency, not through occasional moments of regret. 9. You cannot love someone into becoming different. This is one of the most painful realities to accept. Love can support growth, encourage change, create safety, but it cannot force transformation. You cannot heal someone who doesn't want help. You cannot love someone into becoming emotionally available. And you cannot sacrifice enough of yourself to earn basic kindness. Some people simply aren't capable of giving you what you need. At least not right now. 10. The standard is simpler than you think. When relationships become complicated, we often lose sight of a simple question. Are they kind to me? Not sometimes. Not when they're in a good mood. Not when they're afraid of losing me. Consistently! Are they kind? Because love isn't supposed to be a constant struggle for scraps of affection. At its healthiest, love is reliability, respect, safety, and mutual care. If you've been holding on to someone who keeps hurting you, remember this. The hardest part isn't usually leaving. The hardest part is letting go of the hope that they'll become someone different. But sometimes, healing begins when hope ends. Not because you're giving up on love, because you're finally choosing yourself. Because real love shouldn't require you to constantly earn kindness. And the people who truly deserve a place in your life won't make you spend years convincing them to treat you well.